There's not a huge sense here amongst these migrants who've invested nearly 3 weeks already that they're going to quit. My name's Susan Ormiston, and my job is called Senior Correspondent. And Ari, that's just a fancy word for a reporter who's been doing it a long time.
I heard you recently were following a big story. This is about the caravan. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, you may have seen some of the pictures of these people, thousands of them, who left their home over a month ago with almost nothing, and they started walking. And they walked through, they're in their third country now, and they're trying to get to a fourth country, which is the United States. So they started in Honduras, which is in Central America, so at the bottom of Mexico. And they left there, many of them told me, because it was so unsafe. There's a lot of gangs and a lot of drugs in Honduras, and the gang members threaten them and threaten their families. And they decided, really tough decision, they decided, look, we don't have any future here for our kids like your age and younger. So we think maybe we could get to the United States where it might be a better future.
Why do people, including President Trump, why do they fear people coming into their own country?
Well, that's a good question. The US president, was facing an election recently, at least his party was, and the midterm elections in the United States. And he believed that there were a lot of his supporters who were really afraid about the people coming over their borders. And he decided that it was important to reassure those people that they shouldn't be afraid. What's happened on that border between the United States and Mexico is tens of thousands of people try to get across that border frequently, and some of them go in illegally. So they will actually run across the border trying to hide from immigration officials to try to get into the United States. Many others go in and say, you know what, I have a terrible home. I am facing violence and people are after me and I need a safe place to live, and that's called asylum.
Do you think it's fair to be cautious that since migrants from a very dangerous country, there might be thugs that could easily slip in to this whole caravan?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. So there's a lot of people in that caravan who have nothing to do with crime. Yes, there could be some who are using that caravan as a way to get away with something. Hopefully at the border, they're going to be asked those tough questions.
And while you were on this caravan, what did you encounter? What did it feel like? What did it look like?
They started walking really early in the morning because it's so hot. So they would start walking between 4 and 5 in the morning, and they would pack up whatever they had. It's only what you could carry. So if you were in the caravan, you could only take your backpack, maybe some food for the day, and they would head out on the road. So you had in the darkness, you'd see these massive groups of people walking along, and I have a picture in one of my stories about a little girl who was waiting for the caravan to begin. It was 4 o'clock in the morning in the dark, and she was looking through a coloring book. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is no way for children to live.
What do you think will happen next?
So what will happen next? Well, they'll probably get to the border. They'll probably apply for asylum, some of them. And then they'll be stuck for a long time trying to figure out whether they'll be able to start their life again. And some of them, Ari, will, as I described, run across that border because that's what they want to do. It's illegal, and they will try to test that.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Susan, and hopefully we'll be able to see each other again. I'm Ari Resnick for CBC Kids News.